Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another session for Trading Empire. This is basically the monthly review for August. Today's the 11th of August. So before we get to the middle of the month, let me do the review quickly, right, of what I see in the market. Let me share my screen. Cool. So just FYI, if you go to tradingempire.co.za, you will find in the homepage, just go to, if you want to join and see the trades that I'm taking, please come here and click on this photo of join our traders community, and it will lead you to our Telegram group, right? So let me just, yeah, it will lead you to our Telegram group. We just opened it. It's new. So we're moving everything to Telegram, all our groups to Telegram. We don't want it on WhatsApp anymore, for better services. Then just going back to the website, um, any events that are coming up, you will always see here at the bottom, right? So this was the past event this past Friday. We had NFP, and we shared what we see in the market, and it went exactly as we predicted. Um, yeah, and obviously, I try and do Zoom sessions every Tuesday, right, on what I see in the market, so you'll stay updated. And yeah, there's a lot of things available from the website. So the podcast that we've done, and some tools, and about us, right? So you know, about us is the entire team. So yeah, this is the entire team. So anyway, um, let's get straight to the charts, right? Also, there's a mentorship program and a IB mentorship program available, but we're still building on it. But yeah, let's get straight to why you're here, to see what's happening in the markets, right? So in this week, let's see what's happening this week. It was a holiday in Singapore and South Africa yesterday. There's a holiday in Japan now. Then important news, GDP for UK and CPI US USA, the CPI. So this is important news um, that moved the market. So keep aware of what's happening Wednesday and Thursday morning, right? Um, yeah. So this is happening at US Open, and this is happening in the morning in UK Open. So right, let's get straight to it, right? So just something, always be aware what's happening in the week. So we know that we must watch out for USD and GBP, right? And then next week, there isn't much news. So what's going to move the market is in this week. So let's look at the markets so that this video is not too long. Okay. So what I am seeing, right? The first pair that I focus on, the first thing that I always focus on when analyzing is the dollar index. I try and figure out what is the dollar going to do, right? And what I did see is dollars playing on the trend line, right? Dollars playing in the trend line. By the way, this, just a disclaimer, this is for educational purposes only. It does not constitute financial advice. Trading CFDs involves significant risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Past performance does not guarantee future results. Terms and conditions and country restrictions apply. So this is just for educational purposes. So what I'm seeing is price has been playing on this trend line and respecting it. As you can see from a daily candle, there is, if you look closely, you will see that there was a spike. So when there's a spike there's always spikes when there's a reversal coming. So there's a spike here, right? And this tells me that the bulls are coming in here. So buys on dollar are coming through. So let's go to a smaller time frame, maybe an H4, right? It did hit a double bottom. It spiked to this level, but rejected. Came back to this level again. Price couldn't hold in that level and pushed up. So what we are seeing is almost like a double bottom here and price to move to the upside, right? And yeah, so we're looking for dollar strength, right? Let me remove this trend line because it's irrelevant right now. What's relevant is this key zone, um, this key zone, right? So it had played as support before, so bulls always come through this zone. So that's dollar strength, double bottom, we're going to the upside, right? So now that I'm checked my dollar index and I'm looking at dollar strength, that means all my pairs should be showing dollar strength, right? So let's go to I'll come to gold later. This I delete, this I don't wanna look at. This shouldn't be here. But anyway, yeah, these are the pairs that I'm looking at that I analyzed properly. Okay, then moving further, um, then I looked at Euro USD on daily, and it's rejecting at a key area for me. This is a key resistance area for me to come to the downside. So I'm expecting shorts from here for Euro USD, which also applies with what I said with dollar strength. So I'm expecting some pullback till probably this area here. Pullback probably to this area here, right? And then a push to the upside. So currently we're looking for sells, right? That's what I'm looking for. Great. Then we have GBP. And the other reason, obviously, I'm looking to this area is my moving average to play as support, because this moving average here does serve as support and resistance, right, to come to this area. And there was some consolidation in this area. So where price broke out of consolidation, I'm looking price to come and retest there and move to the upside. Then we have GBP USD. It's been playing on this trend line to the downside, right? Always rejecting at this trend line. So I'm looking for some cells. Yes, it looks like a breakout there, but this is the key area of resistance right there. So it's just coming to retest probably before the drop. So we're looking for cells on GBP USD in terms of that, right? Then AUD USD, there was a head and shoulders that formed, then price broke out, retested underneath it, went down to the downside, has come back to that same level, right? And I'm expecting resistance there for the sell of AUD USD, right? So I'm expecting sells on AUD USD to the downside, right? And also a good reason besides this resistance area below this head and shoulders is we have a fib retracement. So I started the fib retracement from there till there when it started becoming bullish, and it's sitting at 50% retracement, and I can see rejection candles there. So two things are confirming a move to the downside for USD, which also confirmed USD strength, right? Cool. Then we have USD ZAR, a favorite pair in South Africa in terms of knowing what's happening to the exchange rate. Price has always come to this level, rejected, 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 came to this level, looked like it's gonna break out, but look at this pin bar candle. That's showing that the bulls are in. You know, it price came all the way down here on daily, but still closed above. So now there's a bullish candle coming through, which confirms USD strength, as we confirmed. So USD strength also confirmed with this, right? Cool. Then let me go to gold, right? Gold was in how can a downtrend, broke out, retested, went to the upside, right? Now it's sitting at the 50% retracement zone. There's a rejection there today. This is today's candle. Went up there, rejected, pin bar. So I'm expecting evening star tomorrow also to be red, coming to the downside before continuing to the upside. So I'm expecting that movement to the downside, right? Cool. Um, so yeah, it's that simple. It was the break, retest, move to the upside. There's rejections. My rejection zone there, 50% retracement zone of that fib, and then come to the downside, right? Almost looks similar to something that we viewed, if it's not Euro USD, think, yes, almost the same type of setup, coming to the moving average. So I'm expecting dollar strength to the downside, then up. Cool. So that's also confirming dollar strength coming through. Uh, so when dollar is bullish, the indices are bearish. So I'm expecting US 30 to drop, right? But maybe just touch there before dropping. But yes, the momentum is to the downside. If you are trading smaller time frames, I'm expecting just some touch there, maybe for Tuesday, then from Wednesday, the drop that I'm expecting. So back to the higher time frames. Um, this is Nasdaq. There is rejection there on the zone, so I'm expecting bears a bearish momentum, shorts on that pair. It's been rejecting there since July. So yeah, since July. If you look to the downside, July. So it's been rejecting there since July. So I'm expecting that area is key resistance zone. I'm expecting down. We can already see the candles there. These candles showing bearish momentum. This is just a little pullback to continue to the downside. So yeah, indices looking for downward movement. BTC USD, I trade Bitcoin on its own. I'm expecting down movement. So you can see 56.1.8 has been rejecting at that zone consistently. And that's a bearish candle, a very bearish candle. So I'm expecting some movement, break of this trend line, uh, and rejection here to move to the upside. So I'm still expecting bearish momentum here, which also agrees with the USD strength. So bearish momentum here. So everything is agreeing with that bearish momentum that you're looking for. Um, then the last thing that this is just for um yen pairs, right? Yen pairs have been very what can I say? Yen pairs have been very what can I say? Bullish. Yeah, they've been very bullish. They've been going to the upside for the longest time. I mean, this is from March last year. They've been very, very bullish, right? All the NPAs have been very bullish. But I've been looking for support somewhere here. Uh, it broke that support to take out maybe the buyers here. And then now it has formed a very known candle formation, bullish engulfing right there, you know. So with that bullish engulfing candle right there, you know, that bullish engulfing, these two candles formed a bullish engulfing. that really pushed to the upside. So that means now we are moving towards yen 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 pairs to be bearish, right? So we're looking for sells on yen pairs. So this is just a pullback. This is a slight pullback to continue to the upside. So I'm expecting yen pairs to be bearish for the remainder of the year, right? And there's not a lot. It's October, November. I think there's only 2 months left of trading for. Okay, I still count August, September, October, November. Yeah, August, September, October, November. It's just 4 more months to 3 more months left of trading left. December, the markets are quiet. So for the remainder of the year, I'm expecting bulls here for yen pairs, as you can see. So yeah, all these pairs and how they move and what we're looking for, you will get from, like I said, the when you go to the website, just come here to join our trading community. So it's www.tradingempire.co.za. Click on trading, join our trading community, and you'll be seeing how how we see the pairs and when is the right time to enter them. But yeah, that's my analysis for the month. So I'm focusing on these pairs, these USD pairs, because they are sitting at the right areas and they all agree with each other in terms of confluence. So I know your favorite pair is this one. So just recapping it, since we're looking for dollar strength, it's playing around the 50% retracement. You can see these candles are all bullish, but this one is now showing you that the sellers are in there. So there's bearish momentum coming. So just know for this week, we're expecting bears to come in. So yeah, that's it for me. Yeah. If you want to communicate with us, obviously from the website, there is an email option, there is an Instagram option, there is a WhatsApp option. So you have all of those options to communicate with us from Instagram, from YouTube, from emails, from WhatsApp. So that's it for me. Have a blessed week.